Thank you so much for joining us for a preview of eVA's new platform, which is coming November 1st. So we are less than 30 days away from going live, and we want to provide a preview for our suppliers about what's changing and all of the new exciting features and functions. So let's start with visiting the eVA website and talking about the resources that are on our website. So this is our public facing website and things that aren't changing. So we're not making a change to our website. Our public posting page for Virginia business opportunities is going to still be located right here. And we will have some of the terms that might get updated, but the tool that you use for the public posting is going to stay the same. And when you view opportunities, there may be some cleaner information that's available. So some of this information might just be a little bit more streamlined. But again, all in all, everything is staying the same, accessing those public bidding opportunities, those public proposals. And then once we award a contract or when we need to buy something that doesn't require that public bid announcement, there's everyday routine purchases that get made across our departments. Those orders are captured through the eVA platform, and then you have public access to those. So these transparency resources are still staying the same out here on the website. You'll also have the ability to get registered, and that registration process is going to just be a one page. It's going to be a quick one page, just like it is today. Very minimal assistance is needed, but if you do need help, we will have our customer care team, who is that first point of contact to provide technical support with your eVA account or accessing anything on the public facing eVA website. But after the point of login, so once you log in, and there's a couple of ways that you can access your account. You may get a daily lead summary notifying you about business matches, right? So we match you to opportunities based on your commodity code and then your rating of the quality of those matches, those leads that we send you. So it's a daily summary of quick quotes, IFBs, which are invitations for bid, or RFPs, requests for proposal, or other types of solicitations that the buyers may issue that require public bid announcement. So those public bid announcements are posted publicly on the eVA website, but as an extension of the technology that we offer, eVA is matching you to those opportunities. So you can go directly into your lead list from a email that you receive. You can also access it from your vendor login. And if you click the vendor login off of the eVA website, right now there's a message that comes up. And that message that's displayed is telling you about our transition, talking to you about the free training resources. They're really kind of previews for different segments of your new account that you can explore, maintaining your account and making updates, accessing orders, a high-level overview of responding to a solicitation, which would be a quick quote, IFB, RFP, or other type of solicitation method used by our professional buyers, and also creating a catalog for those that are interested. And then, of course, we have these preview sessions that will be wrapping up towards the end of the month because we'll be going live November 1st. So if you have not checked out those training resources, you can very quickly get to those from the eVA website by clicking on the vendor login, and then information for businesses and for our suppliers, it's under that page. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this link and put it into the chat so that you will have the new platform training link, okay? And then that way you can copy that out. So that's just been put in the chat for everyone. But what you can see on this page is, again, what was described, that there's a little intro with a PDF graphic that you can download if you want that for reference. There's an account maintenance video that gives a nice overview of what changes you get to do on your own. And that's something like Kia is also going to give you a preview of today. But then a PDF document that you can download for future reference. A quick little overview about responding to a solicitation, which would be a quick quote, IFB, RFP type of solicitation. Catalog creation, if it's something that interests you, whether that's building a list or loading a list of certain products or promoting certain services, or whether you have to create a catalog because you win a contract and part of the terms of the contract require you to create one to make the purchasing from that contract more streamlined for our buyers that will be accessing it. And then, of course, lastly, accessing your orders. So not all of these topics interest everyone. They don't apply to every business that engages in the eVA platform, but the most popular are going to be maintaining your account and accessing your orders. So if you don't look at anything else, make sure that you take the opportunity to look at those two training resources if possible. And then back here on the eVA website, I mentioned that there's multiple ways to get into your account. So one of the other ways would be if you are looking at your opportunities, you can see across here, it says My Leads, and that's where that list would be located. So you can log in from the All Opportunities page if you'd like. So that's kind of where we're going to start, is we're going to take a look at what it looks like if you're coming in to that All Opportunities page. So let me stop sharing for just a moment so that I can queue that up in our test environment for you so that we can all start together in the same location. So when you come in on November 1st and you're coming in maybe through that lead summary notification that you received, you would come in and access your lead list. And right now, if you're getting those invitations for quick quotes, IFBs, RFPs, this list is loaded up, right? Because they're also on our All Opportunities page, but the invitations come in. We want you to rate those leads, give them a thumbs up that they match what you do, or a thumbs down. No, this doesn't fit my type of business. You can also favorite things, or if you submit a bid or a proposal, depending on the type of solicitation, it gets added to your favorites. And you have two different lists that you can look at. Well, guess what? November 1st, we are refreshing this for you. So starting November 1st, you're going to come in, and for most everyone, this is going to be blank because we don't anticipate our buyers are going to be issuing quick quotes, IFBs, RFPs the first day. There might be some, but I think as everybody gets comfortable in the new platform, you're going to start to see those ramp up more and more and more. And also because we're getting towards the end of the year, even though we work off of the fiscal year, there's some holidays and things built in. So purchasing kind of takes a little bit of a dip towards December for us, especially because our colleges and universities end up being closed the last 2 weeks of the year for most of them. But this will be new, so it's going to be blank. Where would you go if you had a quick quote and you wanted to see if, because it was awarded? Because we're asking our buyers, hey, don't issue anything after a certain time. You can't submit electronic responses after the 13th. There's going to have to be paper responses. Like, we're really asking our buying community, wrap things up, put a bow on it, get things awarded, because we're going to pick up all the information for our suppliers and our buyers about their accounts, and we're going to put them into the new platform. So that's another reason that this will be new. But if you needed to access something that had been in your lead list, you can always go out to the All Opportunities page and you can search for that. Throw a couple of filters in there, whether that be looking for things that are awarded and then cross-referencing the entity, which would be that state agency, the college, the university, the local government or public body that issued it. And you can find it that way. And again, if you need assistance we will be there to help you, and we will have our customer care team also there to help you as we go forward, getting very comfortable using this new platform. So just stressing the fact that this lead list is going to be refreshed, brand new, clean slate. So when you access your account, you would be able to go in to the new platform. So we're not in the new platform yet. So where would we go if we clicked on one of these leads and we wanted to actually submit a response to it? It will end up under our sourcing projects. So welcome to the new platform. This is the landing page of the new platform. And if you click on a lead invitation and you want to create a response, once your response is created, it's going to end up in this sourcing section. So RS, RF, and then X, what does that mean? That's a new term. So RF stands for a request for, and then X is what? A request for what? So it could be a request for a quick quote, a request for a invitation for bid, a request for a proposal, which is an RFP. So anything that you're going to be responding to through the system and using our electronic solicitation tools to respond, when you have that response created, you will find those located here, a list of either in progress or submitted. So this is a test environment. This is a supplier that in our test environment has responded to an invitation for bid and also a quick quote. You can see at a glance details about the solicitations. And then if you actually click on this little, it says edit, we're not going to change anything, but it allows us to get a view of the actual opportunity. And if it was open, it would allow you to create a second proposal or a second bid if you needed to. But you can see here, there's different categories. One of the tips that I will let you know about is these little arrows. Sometimes they can just be collapsed. You can see what the things mean on the left navigation by hovering, but I like to keep that expanded. I need to just see at a glance what I'm looking at. So this is the information that you would see on the public posting. And again, this is just a test environment. Any type of response information. So this is just the basic header, description, how long it's valid, any type of supplier documents that have to be updated, any type of discussion that might be back and forth. You can archive that here. And then the items that you were being asked to bid on. So this one was for a quick quote. Quick quote is low bid wins, best price submitted. So you would just be submitting your unit price for these items and submitting. And you can even see if there was a team of people that were working on this, because you can have more than one individual that's part of your account, and any type of history. So I submitted a proposal. Oops, I canceled it. And then I submitted another proposal and that was received. And of course, this particular opportunity closed out, but it's still located under my sourcing project. And then if I wanted to see the status of it, maybe who also bid, once something is awarded, it's a matter of public record. And that's where, and I'm going to click on our little logo here in the corner. That's a little tip for you as well to get back to our landing page. So that'll get you back to the landing page. If you're on any other page within your account, you can just click on our little logo. It'll bring you back here. So when you submit a bid, if you submit a proposal, you can find those under your sourcing projects. And then if you wanted to see a status of things that have been awarded, you want to get back over to that business opportunities page, we have given you a quick link back to those sections of our public facing website to access the My Leads page, to get to the business opportunities page, access the Virginia Information Business Exchange feature, to access our public spend reports, the B2B Connect feature, and then to access also eVA billing. So all of these things are publicly accessible on our website, but we want to connect you back to those through your eVA account. And if you connect to one of these, it opens a new window so that you are logged in but you can surf around on these public pieces of our website, and then you can close that window and take a step back into your actual eVA account. You also have at a glance quick links to the right. So again, the RFX in progress is going to follow what's under this sourcing and managing your RFX. You can get to that location quickly by jumping over here. Now, once something is awarded that is an IFB or RFP, it becomes a contract. Once a quick quote is awarded, it becomes an order. And then we also have everyday routine purchases that our department level buyers across our organizations make, and they are only required to get a written or verbal quote, and they don't have to actually issue a formal solicitation. And those also become orders. So knowing that you're going to go and look at contracts that you've been awarded would be associated with long-term contracts, RFPs, IFBs that turn into an actual contract. And then from the contract, we would place orders against the contract. So for this particular business, and you can see at a glance over here, they have 5 contracts. So they can jump to their contracts by saying they want to manage those contracts right here at this link. And then they can see their master agreements and other types of contract related documents directly from their account. As a term of most of contracts that are issued, we want subcontractors to be engaged and be employed and part of the process, win a piece of the pie, if you will. So for those specific contracts, a contract administrator, which is going to be a buyer, a purchaser within a procurement department, or that the person that's been assigned by the contract officer to manage the contract over the life of the contract, they will be requesting subcontractor reports. So for this particular business, they don't have any reports waiting that they need to complete, but the, again, contract administrator will initiate asking that contractor to supply that subcontractor reporting information. So for companies that do win long-term contracts, they can manage their contracts, and then they can report on those subcontractor report information that's needed. I'm going to come back to my landing page by clicking on the logo. So that covers sourcing projects, and then they become contracts. Well, ultimately what we're going for is orders. So you can see that this company has over 150 active orders, and you can see that from this quick link. And again, this is our test environment. This may very well mirror a typical company that is getting business through the eVA platform. So what do you have the ability to do now, which is super exciting for everyone? You can get your orders directly from your account. So a lot of you are going to be coming in and you're going to be accessing your orders. You'll be bidding from time to time, but really you're going to be looking to access those orders. So not only can you access the orders and by acknowledging them, but you can also manage deliveries, shipments, and deliverables. So acknowledging your orders means that you get to come over and you have this long list, and this is multiple pages for this business. So there's lots of different types of filtering features available in this new platform. If you see a funnel on the left, click on it, and you can even make it stay. You can make it stay and say, hey, I want to keep my filter up all the time by pinning it where it belongs. If you want to keep these filters up, you can do some quick filtering here, but you can also do some extended filtering on the left. And please note, for orders that are 2 years or prior, right? So from when we convert, we're gonna take all the order information in the current platform for the last 2 years, and we're gonna pick it up and we're gonna put it in the new platform for reference. So there's going to be a external code that's going to be associated with any existing orders that came over from the old platform. everything is EVA. So I can't say it's new EVA because it's not. EVA is EVA, but it's an old platform versus a new platform. We're going to pick up everything about your account like we did for this supplier and put it into the new platform for you to access. So one of the things that you might search by is that old order number. So in our current system, we assign a order by having that prefix of EP. But in the new system, it's going to be a PO, or which is purchase order, or a PCO, purchase card order. So there's going to be the prefixes. So this is the old number, and then this is the new number assigned in the new system. And you can see the buyer's contact information you can quickly get to. And you also have the ability, again, you're gonna look at this order, so just click on the order ID, and it opens up lots of detail about this particular order. I'm trying to make it fit into my screen. So that's at a glance. So let me just make it a little bit bigger. And you can see that you have your ship to, you have your bill to, delivery and payment options. And then you have the items that are asked to be delivered. And here is a great new feature. So for this particular one, it has to do with number of billing hours, right? So you can create an advanced shipping notice. It creates a receipt shell for the buyer so that they can start receiving against this order. So if you know, like for this one, hey, we need to invoice you for 1,500 hours because we've done 1,500 hours worth of work. You can create that advanced shipping notice, and it starts that receipt for the buyer. It improves order accuracy, it improves efficiency. And then in our system, you want to save. You want to save. If you don't save or save and close, and we just go back to where we were before, it doesn't make any types of changes. And I'm not creating an advanced shipping notice today. We're just going to kind of leave that one alone. So that is all about accessing your bidding opportunities, your proposals, managing your contracts, and accessing your orders, which is vital and important. And if you have your own ordering system and you set up an export of orders from the EVA platform into your own ordering system, that is what this piece over here is for. So for anybody who is doing that, or if you are interested in setting up a catalog, that would be located here as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Lakia so that she can walk you through some supplier maintenance and things that you can do that are self-service.
All right, thank you, Kim. Can you see my supplier portal screen?
Yes, you are good to go.
Okay. All right, so this is once you register as a vendor, like Kim said, this is your landing page, and anything that's required from you from EVA will be under action items. So if you log in and you see anything under action items, that's something that we're requesting from you. In order to get to your account information, you can either click on the general information link at the top and click on company profile, or you can just go straight to the left side and just click on company profile. While we wait. There we go. All right, so once you're on your company's profile, it's going to show you your company's information as you entered it in when you registered with EVA. The first screen is showing all of your 1099 information, so your legal name, the tax ID, tax type, and your tax address information. So now in EVA, in order to change any of this information, you'll need to submit a form from the EVA customer care page to have it submitted over to vendor support to update your information. So in the new system, you can just click on the request information change. And it'll open up and give you an option to change whatever information you want to update on your account, and then you'll submit it for approval. So all of the information on this screen that has to be submitted for approval from vendor support. And once we approve it, you'll get a notification that it's been updated. So no more forms from eVA customer care. You can go into your account and request it. I want to cancel that. All right, and then under contact, this is the contact information that is submitted over when you register your account. So this is the person that actually registered their account, or sometimes people have other people register their accounts for them, so they'll be the person listed on the account. But if you have someone else in your company or organization that needs access to log into eVA, you can come here under contacts and click on create contact. Once you enter their information and save it, you can click on the envelope to send them a request to log into the eVA account. And we're going to go under documents and certifications. So once you register, there's no place for you to upload your W-9, and your W-9 is required in order for you to receive payment through Cardinal. So you'll come to documents and certifications, and you will click on add legal documents, and it'll give you the option to select what type of form that you're uploading to your account. So you have different types of forms that you can select from that you're uploading to your account. And once you upload the W-9 or W-8 form to your account, this status will say approval in progress. But if it's approved, you'll have a green check here. Sorry. And then you have your SWAM certification, so you can upload certifications here and any other documents that you want to upload to your account that you think the buyers may need when you're submitting a response to a bid or solicitation. All right, so now in current eVA, you have to submit a request to add additional payment addresses. So right now in the new system, you can just click on add new payment addresses, and you can add as many payment addresses as you need to add to your account. And all of this information is updated in real time. So once you add the information and click save, it's in there. Then we're going to go under qualifications. Under qualifications, this is where you will select your region where you want to receive bids for, and then you can add your commodity codes. You can subtract or add any commodity codes that you want to add here, and Kim will go over that in detail afterwards. I want to close that out. And then you can also select an email. If you have another email address that you want solicitations to go to, you can put that email address in here. So in the new system, it only allows one email address per person. So it's one unique email address per person. It doesn't allow duplicate email addresses. So just keep that in mind when you're registering and adding new users to the account. And I think I'll kick it back over to Kim. Let's see, we stop sharing.
Thank you, Lakia.
You're welcome.
So let's just show you one last aspect. When you are looking at your account under qualifications, this is where your list of commodity codes will be located. So Lakia just touched on it, and I just want to expand on this a little bit. So most businesses don't just have one or two, they have a whole list of different commodity codes that are associated with their account. So this particular company has a bunch of codes. And one of the things that you might want to be able to do is add or delete codes, which you're able to do very easily by simply clicking the X next to the code, and then it's gone. Or if you're like, oh, I really want to add that back, you have the ability to search. And you can search by a keyword, you can search by a number. So 92000 is all about data processing, computer programming, and software services. So these are a main class code. But if you just type in the first 3 digits, you can actually see you've got all of these other codes that come under this parent. And it allows you to see all of them, and you can actually search and select things that are specific to your business. So this particular commodity code was selected. And then we will have that added to our list. So when you select those codes, they get added. You can again search by a keyword if you wanted to. So if I'm just going to type in cupcake, let's see, sorry. And we just start taking a look at those. They can be baked goods. I'm thinking about food this morning. You know, catering. So just give it a second because it's just a tiny bit of a delay, but you can also do a quick search that way. Now, once you have everything the way that you want it to look, make sure you save, because if you don't save, any changes that you've made are not going to be retained. And once something is saved, it's going to tell you, hey, that was successful. And then it's going to remind you that anything that's marked with an asterisk is mandatory. Doris asks, when do you need to create a catalog? You need to create a catalog if it is a requirement of a contract that you've been awarded. Or if you would like to promote goods and or services within our shopping area for buyers, then you have an option to create a catalog if you'd like. You are very welcome. So this is a great time for us to segue into our general Q&A, because that wraps up everything that we wanted to demo for you. So I'm going to go ahead and leave up the homepage so that you can just soak it all in. While you're thinking of any questions you might have, I would love if you would use the chat to give us your general reaction and just kind of let us know what you think, especially because most of you indicated you weren't aware about a lot about the new platform and the transition, and just kind of what you think about it now and the information that's been shared. So if you don't have a question, I would love you just to throw that in the chat for us so that we can just get some general feedback. And again, it is open for any questions. Yeah, cleaner for sure, and hopefully more user-friendly, Michael. So thank you for that feedback. All right, questions, anyone? Angie, do you have any questions? Because I know you've got your hand up, so go ahead.
I do have one question, and I know you mentioned that the home page would not change. Since I'm not a vendor, I usually I'm looking at it without logging in or using the buyer's login. When we go to visit a profile of a vendor, will that actual format change, or will it still look the same?
You mean the public posting,
Yes.
the vendor lookup?
Yes.
The vendor lookup is not changing.
Okay, just the actual company profile, that platform.
I don't know if I'm following you 100%. So everything that Lakia demoed is accessible in the new platform. So when you're looking at a company profile and you're logged into their actual eVA account, it's going to look like everything that Lakia showed and shared.
Got that.
If you're accessing it publicly from our website, under transparency, our eVA vendor lookup tool, that vendor lookup tool is not changing this.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep, and there'll still be a preview card and sales and commodity codes, but all of this is driven off of what is maintained by the supplier in their account.
Okay, all right.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, you're welcome. Great question. Is Ariba going to be used until 10:30? And if so, is everything in Ariba on Ariba? Oh, all right. No, okay. So our transition is starting. We're going dark, if you will. We have a blackout period. So those are kind of technical IT terms because we are an IT project. And so that transition is starting at 5 p.m. on October the 26th. So we will be having a blackout period where the system will be down, the buyers aren't doing much. And I think it's a great opportunity to talk to you about the transition newsroom. So on the eVA website, we have the transition newsroom, and this is where you can access information. So I'll put this in the chat, transition newsroom. Most of what's affected is for buyers. We do have up here that we will have supplier help that will be coming after we go live. So the only people that will be contacting customer care will be suppliers that are actively bidding on a quick quote, IFB, RFP, and they need help with that submission, you know, the technical aspects of it. But anyone else, maybe you need to make a change on your supplier account, or you need help navigating your supplier account, we're going to have special help set up for our buyers and suppliers when we go live. So that's what's talked about here. And then we do have under our conversion information, important dates. Now, most of these apply to our buying community, but some things that apply to our suppliers as well is the idea that we are going to pause supplier account maintenance starting on the 13th of October. Some of these actions, 5 p.m. So close of business day. If you have any updates you need to make, you want to have them in by then. And we're also pausing our new supplier registrations. And again, all of this is in preparation for us to go live. And we're asking that our buyers finalize orders, get those orders submitted, and make sure that if they want it to be picked up and put into the new platform, that they take certain actions. So again, you'll be accessing, Ariba's not going away in terms of your access to it. The orders that get delivered to Ariba are what are going away. So I just wanted to make the distinction that the eVA platform itself has some cutoffs and things that will start to slow down. But your Ariba account is how you would access your orders in the old system. You won't have a need to go to Ariba to access your eVA orders after November 1st. So starting November 1st and moving forward, you don't need to go to Ariba for that. But if you have an Ariba account, your Ariba account is not going away. Us sending orders there is what's changing. So hopefully that makes sense and adds a little bit more clarity for you, Michael. So just putting up these important dates. And then other information in the transition newsroom, we do have a section just for our suppliers. We're communicating directly with suppliers that have different things that impact them with changes, such as suppliers that get their orders electronically today. We're going to send a little notification out that, you know, Ariba won't be where you go to access those starting November 1st. So that message is coming out next week. And any additional messages that are just general messages, we'll park those here. And we will be adding one of these playbacks so that everyone will be able to also access that. And we'll also be adding, after we go live, you know, if anybody needs to register, it's just a one-page form that they fill out with their business information and addresses and picking their commodity codes like they do today. So there will be some help resources that get added after we go live with that registration process because it's not overly cumbersome. So again, come to the transition newsroom. Across the top, you can also jump to your supplier training assets, or you can get to those from the message that's part of our vendor login. Yeah, so great question. There won't be any new RFQs or RFPs that will be issued during that time. So again, our buyers are being asked to wrap things up, finalize everything. They do have the ability to issue quick quotes right up until that 26th of October. But from the 26th until we go live November 1st, there's not going to be any activity within the eVA platform. The buyers won't be doing anything and you won't have access to anything because we'll be picking everything up, putting it into the new platform and getting it ready for November 1st. And then after November 1st, as our buyers get comfortable in the new platform and they have business that they need to conduct, you'll start to see those types of things published and sent out again through the system. So great question. So in the time that we have left, are there any additional questions or things that we can answer for you related to the new platform? And again, if you just have a general kind of response and thoughts about the transition, we'd love to hear those by you putting that in the chat, maybe like a one word, or just how do you feel about everything you saw today? And while I've got a moment, I will just say thank you to Lakia. As always, we're going to be repeating this one more time next week. And then we're going to be so close to going live. And Angie, thank you for being a partner and being here, sharing out this good information. Yeah, the recording will be shared out. So a playback link will be shared out for everyone who signed up for today's workshop. You
Thanks,
are
Kim.
welcome. Excited. Great. Okay. I like to hear all of this positive feedback. I mean, you can have a range of emotions when it comes to change. And believe me, we've all felt all of it in preparing for this final culmination. It's almost 2 years in the making. So we're excited to finally be delivering this. And like with any IT project, we're going to be looking to build upon and improve and continue to evolve and develop what you're using starting November 1st and going forward. But we're just excited about all the new changes that are coming. All right, I don't have any additional questions, and it looks like the comments have wound down. So thank you again so much. Thank you, Lakia. And we will be sending out this playback. You guys enjoy the rest of your week, and happy October.
Bye.